Suicide Squad is actually nominated for an Oscar this year, but Batman v Superman has more nominations for the Razzies.
Oh, no.
It actually is leading this year with 8 Razzie nominations, including Worst Picture, Worst Actor for both Affleck and Cavill, Worst On-Screen Combo for both of them, Jesse Eisenberg for Lex Luthor, Worst Supporting Actor for him. Not to be left out, Zack Snyder is also nominated for Worst Director, and the screenplay has a special nom for just being bad.
Right. If you want to see Razzies, go to Best Buy and sit in like the Magnolia Zone, because this is a year of that kind of crappy movie, like the big budget action movie that was directed probably by Zack Snyder to demonstrate how great the Blu-ray system sounds.
The thing is, though, I mean, I understand the point of the Razzies, which is to point out problems in the filmmaking industry and things that we need to get away from. I don't think Zack Snyder deserves worst director. I mean, certainly he's not the best or deserves the best director nod, but he's not like the worst.
Here's the thing with director is if your actors are nominated across the board like this, it's the director's fault. Because I saw The Town. I liked Ben Affleck's acting style.
He's acted well.
He's acted well before. You know, Jesse Eisenberg, he always understands like the fundamental, like emotional center of his characters and delivers on that. And so if he does poorly, it is the director's fault. And Zack Snyder is the guy who directs those like big movies that look cool and sound fun in like an action sequence, but completely misses what people go to films for that doesn't have to do with fighting. There's no bringing it home emotionally to get me to care about Zack Snyder characters.
I guess that's the definition of what you consider worst to be. So in my head, it's like the absolute like 0%, 1% bottom of the barrel.
Right.
But maybe you could look at it as what is shaping or what is the most influential to Hollywood and key that in right there, because a lot of these choices, I feel, they're not great, but they're not the worst.
Right. Like I'm sure there is I'm sure there's the equivalent of the OA out there that's a film. I don't know if anyone watched that on Netflix.
I haven't watched it yet.
Fucking sucks.
Everyone told me the ending will make me furious, so
It's just
have
not good.
conserved my emotional energy by not watching it.
But they just kind of dropped it on you, and it's out there, and it's gone. It comes and goes. These movies are ones that were marketed within an inch of their life, and so it's important that we stop it. And I think it does make it worse that so much time and energy around the planet was put into getting you to go see these movies that are themselves steaming piles of turd. That makes it worse, thinking about how much energy's gone into it.
So we also have other movies that are collecting a lot of nominations, including Zoolander 2, Boo, A Medea Halloween, and Gods of Egypt. I also see in here a lot Dirty Grandpa, Divergent series, Allegiant, Independence Day Resurgence, Mother's Day.
Allegiant's just one of those things they keep making because it makes like a lower threshold.
This one didn't do that well, though.
But they make like a lower threshold of like tolerant. But it's not like Harry Potter. Like it was supposed to be the next Harry Potter, Hunger Games.
I think it was supposed to be the next Hunger Games.
It was supposed to be the next, but like the next one of those teen franchises. But it like subsists, but it doesn't excel. And they just keep freaking making it, and then I think the Razzies is calling out.
Is anyone excited for the Maze Runners sequels? I mean, I'm sure there's a few, but it's riding the tail of the teen dystopia trend, and I think that time is over. I don't know what the next hit is, but that's not it.
It's like a lizard tail. You keep cutting them off, and they keep growing back.
But smaller and weaker. Yeah.
That's absolutely accurate.
So we have a bunch of other nominees on here.
Zoolander 2 all over the place.
Alice Through the Looking Glass is on here quite a bit.
Then like a rando Dinesh D'Souza, Hillary's America doc series.
I mean, I don't know if that should be on the same level as a blockbuster movie, but it's here quite a bit.
Yeah. I think it's a good list. I don't look at anything on this list and go, you know what? That was a good film.
I don't know. To me, it just seems really more snarky than it needs to be.
Really?
I think it's good to point out problems in Hollywood, but I don't know if this is the correct. What did you just circle?
The Gods of Egypt.
Did you see it?
I didn't see it because
didn't
I
see
was
it
like,
either.
I'm not going to contribute to the whitewashing, blah, blah, blah.
I did listen to it on How Did This Get Made, which is a good way of analyzing the movie from comedians who have seen it or were forced to see it.
Great.
So that was fun. I don't know. I'm kind of just on the fence about this, considering, what is the point of the Razzies and what is the direction or influence of these movies and shaping Hollywood.
Right.
It's mixed for me.
I think the most important flops of the year, in terms of what we kind of identify the Razzies being good at calling out, it isn't like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's been stupid for a while.
It's on here.
I know, but like that's on there, but that's not important. The important ones are the like DC mega franchise films that are like, stop doing this. Come up with something else, a different approach. Because if you had a year, this was supposed to be that year where it was like Batman versus Superman and Suicide Squad. All right, now DC's on the same level as Marvel. That's what everyone went into this year thinking. For those films to be like that offensively grating.
I mean, if you look at superhero movies, most of them are over 70% on the tomato meter, with the notable exceptions of Suicide Squad and Batman v Superman, which are in the 20s range. You can take from that what you will, and you can take from this with a lesson what you will, which is what is the critical response worth, what is the overall scope of Hollywood and their trends of remakes and reboots and spin-offs and sequels and prequels. What is that amounting to? Audience, do you think it deserves it? What do you think the point of the Razzies are? Since we can't seem to agree, let us know below in the comments, so please like and subscribe for more.